Studios in Eddyville, Kentucky. It's time for another episode of the Evolution. Tonight we're talking about let's begin. Find out now. Your host. Hello, Easy Nation. Welcome to another episode of the Evolution of Strategy. This is the earliest I've ever had a Survivor episode. Mostly because, my schedule has changed, and now I can do stuff in the mornings for a little bit before I crash. Because, I'm on midnights now, and it makes it a little more interesting dynamic. So, I'm going to bed when the sun's coming up, or is up in the air now, and wow, I must be tired. And it's like I spent 35 days on the edge of extinction. Yeah, okay, I'll leave. Alright, so welcome to chapter 38. We got 2 chapters left of the Evolution of Strategy. And I'm not looking forward to watching chapter 39, Out in the Idols, due to all the Dan stuff coming up. And I don't know how that's going to replay. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that on a rewatch. But you know what? We're going to power through it because that's what this podcast is all about. So this is, like I said, the Evolution of Strategy. So let's get right to it. So this season, it's an 18-person cast. And I always enjoy the 18-person cast more than I like the 20-person cast. And we're bringing back the Captain's Twist. I'm like, okay. The last time we saw Captains was Survivor Philippines. This time we're going to have 2 returning players of Joey Amazing and Aubrey on one tribe. And then you're going to have Kelly Whitworth and David Wright on the other tribe. And I don't know why they decided to bring players back this season. I think this would have been a good... what I'm kind of thinking was... My kind of thinking was... They did this twist just so Joe... because Joe can't... And Jeff loves Joe. And if Joe gets taken out, he has a chance to come back. Maybe come back twice. And do like a little bit of an Aussie on a Redemption Island. So... The Edge of Extinction. So what the Edge of Extinction is basically everyone that gets voted out goes to the Edge of Extinction, where they have to battle their way back to come back into the game at the right before the merge and at like final 6 or something. So I just want to get right into how I would want to eliminate or improve Edge of Extinction. I think coming back at Final 6 is a little unfair because I think it's completely manageable to come back at the merge because who knows how the dynamics of the social strategy. I think if you do Edge of Extinction, end it at the merge. So once that person comes back, Edge of Extinction is over with. So I think that'd be a better way to do the Edge of Extinction twist. So I don't know. I just didn't care. I just don't care for the Edge of Extinction. That being said, seeing somebody like Rick Devens, who was just such a standout, and having these players like Rick Devens come in and like he's hilarious, the newscasting day and everything. Like I remember in at the merge, the first beauty challenge, just like. The 4 fittest guys have been taken out. And then Darren goes, the 5 most fitted guys. And you're just like, oh man, I love him. And the thing about it, Devins does kind of have a little bin thing going on from Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers, where he's finding immunity idols. But he is playing the game. Like, that vote, the live tribal that we see, which is one of the craziest live tribals we had seen up to this point in the live tribal history, and I thought it was a great moment. And because I remember when I watched the episode originally, it's like, damn, they're going to tribal council early. There's still like 20 minutes left of TV time, and then you see what happens and everything, and it watch it great. None of the return players really excel this season. Like, who plays the best out of all the return players? Because Aubrey gets taken out before the merge. And like it was cool character growth for. I thought this season did a good job. It felt for me, this season felt very old school Survivor at times because we delve into a lot of these characters a little more, especially when we go to the Edge of Extinction, like the Julia moment. Eric, who didn't want going to give up. Reem, like the character of the season, who probably the most memorable person voted out first, and a lot that have to do due to the Edge of Extinction. But dude, I like whatever, dude, and like you could tell, Probst really enjoyed her Reem. Like at the end, it's like Reem's favorite word, dude. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, I would love to see Reem come back. I don't know if she would do well on another season. But, it was kind of cool, interesting to watch her in the season. That she was kind of the mom to everybody this season. I just really enjoyed that part of her character. So, also, like I said, Rick was very interesting. And all of his little gameplay, find the idols, whenever he made the fake idols, and they found the fake idols, everything. So I'm gonna get right to it and talk about Chris Underwood coming back into the game. And in order for you to win, you gotta play perfect. But even then, I don't think you should win. But that's a conversation. That's a whole other conversation. Rick, he makes the bold moves. He convinces Lauren to play immunity idol for her. Like, why would you do that? And he played her so perfectly that you're just like, holy crap, that was some great gameplay right there. And I don't think they should have given them an idol. Like, I understand giving the idol at the final 13, but giving the idol at final 6, because if you survive that one vote, then you make it to final 5, then you're at final 4. And then we get to the final 4. So, the Firemaking Challenge. I've bitched about the Firemaking Challenge, and I will forever bitch about the Firemaking Challenge. But here was the interesting thing about the Firemaking Challenge this season. Chris Underwood realized if he did not do this, he was not going to win. And he said if he picks Gavin or I can't remember what the girl's name was, to compete in the Firemaking Challenge, then Rick goes to the final 3 with him, and he probably loses. And it's like win or go home. There's no difference between 4th or 2nd. And so he puts himself in the Firemaking Challenge, beats Rick, and you feel for Rick because he was on the bottom for so long. And Chris, and like I said, so Chris gets to the finals, wins the game. Personally, I said this during the when the show was going on, and I'll say it again. I truly believe that Gavin should have won. Gavin played the Survivor game. And they try to defend, like, you can't use that because the game is always evolving. I'm like, it's like Lil back at Survivor Pearl Islands. Lil knew that she couldn't win the game because she was already voted out and people were going to hold that against her. And maybe just because the whole jury was on the edge of extinction and they know where they're coming from, where that person has been through. Like, instead of like in the Outcast twist in Survivor Pearl Islands, the only person who knew what Lil had gone through was Burton. And then we go to the other return whenever someone was voted out, the Redemption Island twist, where somebody would the only person that survived Redemption Island was the person that came back. And in every case in the Redemption Island twist, nobody who went to Redemption Island has ever been to the final 3. So it's not really. So the really only comparable thing we can go to is the Outcast twist. And like I said, I don't like somebody coming back into the game because I think once you're voted out, you're voted out. I don't think there's any coming back. My favorite of all 3 of them is the Outcast twist. I think the Outcast twist is the best of the 3, but I still don't really enjoy it. So that's really all my thoughts of. There are some really interesting players. I think Rick, I would love to see Rick come back. I think Lauren would be a very interesting player to come back. Gavin, I think Gavin would be a very interesting game player again. I can't really think of many more players this season. And then there's some funny moments. Like one moment I was thinking about when I was watching it was when Aurora was so hard on getting Rick out, and Rick she was like, "Get him out," and he's like Still? She's like, still! And I'm like, and it's like, I thought that was a funny moment. So overall, this season's not bad. And I will say, the players came to play. It wasn't like most of these seasons where they're just kind of a passenger. And that was the kind of theme of the season. Are you going to be a pilot or are you going to be a passenger? And I thought David's analogy, and that's probably going to be one of the titles of the episode. So guys, that ends this episode of the Evolution of Strategy. I'm getting ready to watch one of the worst seasons of Survivor. I'm going to be interested how it watches on a rewatch because I enjoyed most of the season. I think if you take Dan out of the season is so much better, but we got to get through that Dan stuff I'm just not looking forward to watching it. So, guys, that is this episode. So, guys, if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to see more, and tell your friends about Easy Nation. And until next time, all too easy. Yeah,